Hi, this is Bob from Hobby Concepts, and today I'm here with Huina's new 1569 Bulldozer. Now, Huina makes just exquisite excavators in both a plastic version and a metal version that are really nice. I was so excited when they announced the Bulldozer. This is one of the very first ones, but I gotta tell you, it's not what they say it is. We'll take a look at it, we'll unbox it, we'll do a quick review. The big deal is the scale's wrong. They say it's 1/16 scale, but it's way, way smaller than that, which is too bad. I was planning on doing some fun stuff with this, but it's not to be. Anyway, I buy my stuff, they don't give it to me. Honest review here, let's get started. Alright, when I talk about unboxing, normally I get a box, but this is the way it was shipped to me, just in this foam container with plastic on the outside and a label. The manual was stuck on the box. Now, it does come with a box sleeve, but this seller chose not to send that. It's packed pretty well, but the first thing I noticed is this is not 1/16 scale, it's tiny. Not what I was expecting at all. So what do we have? Okay. We've got the Bulldozer. Actually, it's nice and heavy. That's good. We have the transmitter. We have a USB charger. And we have a rechargeable battery pack. This is 600 milliamps. So that's what comes in the package. Spin this dozer around. Boy, it's really small. I'm going to grab a couple other Huina vehicles to do a size comparison, and then we'll put some batteries in it. Okay, here's the Bulldozer, supposedly 16th scale, and this is a 14th scale Huina. This is their metal excavator. These are about $400. Beautiful piece for the money. But you basically can get the scale by how big the driver's seat is. This is one of the Huina plastic excavators, also a 1/14 scale, pretty good sized driver seat, track length and everything. But this Bulldozer, I expected the tracks to be about the same length as this. The driver's seat is tiny. I'm guessing we're about 24 scale. And scale means that in 14th scale, if you lined up 14 of these, they would be the same length as the real unit. 16th scale, if you lined up 16 of these, they'd be the same as the real unit. But this is more like 24, so it would take 24 to line them up to be like the real unit. I've got one other comparison I'm going to do for the scale, and then we'll go into taking a look at how it runs and how it works. But their advertising is incorrect. This is not 1/16 scale. It's much, much smaller. Okay, final size comparison. This is our dozer in supposedly 16th scale, and this is a 1/16 scale brooder dozer. So you can see that they're basically the same model dozer, but the size is quite a bit different. I was expecting something a little bit more like this size, maybe not quite that big, but something more like that. Instead, I got this little teeny thing. So, disappointed? Yeah, disappointed. I expected more from Huina. Their other products have been fantastic. I love them, and this is just, it's flat out disappointing. So, anyway, all right, let's take a look and see how it works. Okay, the little battery fits in a compartment down here in the bottom. Has the typical government mandated screw to have to open the compartment, and it just plugs in and fits in this compartment here. I'll go ahead and put that in a minute. Transmitter, same thing, government mandated screw, which it looks like it's set up so we can get rid of that, which is good. and it takes a couple AA batteries. So I'll install the batteries here. So I install the batteries, transmitter on, dozer on. Okay, this button right here turns the sound on and off. The sound is not that good. We've got our blade up and down, and our rear auger up and down. Does not have enough power to lift the vehicle up. And the blade, if you hold this down, it just continues to go, and it does not have enough power to lift the vehicle at all. Tracks work in a typical tank tread, forward and back on each track. Pretty easy to drive. Not very powerful. The motors on these don't work all that good. Compared to their excavators, this is just not even in the same league. Their excavators are awesome. It's too bad. I thought this might be a really cool load for Tamiya trucks, having an RC dozer. But it just is kind of unimpressive. It's a nice toy. Probably wouldn't push much. I'll do a few little tests here. Well, let's take a quick look at this. These side arms are metal. Very nice, very solid. The body is actually quite solid and fits together well. It has what I call rubber band tracks. They're not individual links, but they're a band, but they're nice. They're good quality. The blade is plastic, but pretty heavy duty. The Huina quality is apparent, pretty darn good. The rear spike has a metal tip on the blade. There's no lights. The cab doors are solid. There's no opening parts here. It looks like it would be pretty easy to disassemble. It's all held together with screws. I was actually planning on disassembling it and adding some weight and doing weathering, but after I got it and saw how small it was, that's off the table. This will be the last time you'll see this. Overall, that's how it works. The remote has the sound on and off, the blade up and down, although it's on a rotating basis, so that doesn't really matter, and the spike up and down, which is the same thing, and then the tracks forward and reverse on each track. And the on-off switch uses 2 AA batteries, and this uses a rechargeable battery that comes with it with a USB charger. So there you go. That's a little quickie on the Huina dozer. I want to talk a little bit more about scale. So I'm going to do a little quick paperwork here to figure out exactly what scale this is. I got on Wikipedia. A Cat D9 is 26.5 feet long and 14.7 feet wide, which is 318 inches long and 176 inches wide. Now, to get scale, we'll use a little calculator here. You take 318 and divide it by 16, which they say this is 16th scale. That means it should be 20 or 19.875 inches long, almost 20 inches long, which is exactly the length of the Brooder toy that I showed you earlier. And 176 divided by 16, again they say it's 16th scale, should be 11 inches wide. This is 8 inches wide and 14.5 inches long. So what we need to do is multiply these by a number to find the scale. So if I take 14.5 inches and multiply it by 22, it comes out to 319 inches, which is almost exactly what the D9 is. And if we take 8 inches, which is the blade width, and multiply it by 16, 8 inches times 22, sorry, by 22, it comes out to 176 inches. So times 22 gives us the exact measurements we're looking for, so that means this is 1/22 scale. 1/22 the size of the real equipment, not 1/16 like they say. Okay? That's the math part of it. Also, I have a Die-Cast Masters D7 RC dozer, which in real life is much smaller. They call this 1/24 scale, and as you can see, it's about the same size, actually maybe slightly bigger than the Huina product. Also, just for funds, I never was going to review this because it was too small, but at least they advertise it correctly, and it's a really cool dozer. I'll just turn it on here real quick. It has much nicer sound. It has lights. The blade goes up and down, not on a rotating basis. It doesn't have enough power to lift the unit. And turn the sound off. And it drives basically the same. So, and this is roughly $80. That's about what these are. So, you know, pretty similar product. This one does sound nicer. It has lights. So, anyway, that's what we're looking at. So there you have it. The Huina 1569 Bulldozer. Brand new product for them. I'm telling you, it's too bad that they felt they had to lie about the scale of it, because it's actually a pretty nice little unit. It would be great if the blade and the ripper had enough power to actually lift a little bit so they would dig in. I'm sure this will not function very well in the dirt, but they don't, and the sound is, yeah, it's not that good compared to the Die-Cast Masters sound. It's really poor. No lighting, metal side frames. You know, what can I say? It's a review, and I tell it like it is. You guys that watch my videos know that. I'm not gonna tell you it's something it's not. And if you're looking for a bulldozer to scale with your Tamiya trucks and your truck world stuff, this is not the bulldozer. So anyway, thanks for watching. Give me a like on the video, and please subscribe.